And we're back with the War of Crows, episode 10. We've made it to double figures, guys. Congratulations.
Is this where it all ends? Oh, wait, no, we're fine now, aren't we?
You're fine. You're very much not fine.
I wouldn't say we're fine.
We didn't all die last week, so that's that. I count that as a win.
I'm very intrigued just to find out what has happened because I haven't caught up on last week.
We don't know.
So, and I sort of made a point of not really reading the chat because I thought it would contain confusing spoilers. So I wanted to wait until we had a run through. So I'm nervous.
Yes. Well, you can see on the notes that I've got. Just double check you're on this page. Yes, you are. We kind of did the score, and then we did some weird bits out of sequence. We did the heat and the rep. You're now wanted level 1. What we do need to do is we need to decide what crew upgrade to get, because you leveled up your crew. We also need to do player XP. Yep. And we also need to do the entanglement, which we rolled for. And it is interrogation.
But we didn't catch Milo on what actually happened at the end of the.
Yeah. I feel like you should. Well, sorry, finish, Olly.
And yes, we will also let Mikey assemble his wheelchair, as promised.
Already happened, but it's still, time is a flat circle.
Yes, and we need to take away 1 coin. The tithe payment, because it is tier +1 per score.
So that counts before the upgrade.
Level up, yes. You've also leveled up a tier 1.
So basically taking away a coin and adding 3 coins.
Quite an important job all round for the crew then.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to know what happened at the end of.
Well, I'll because I've listened back to it recently to refresh myself. So essentially the score was split into 2. There was Strike Team Alpha in the main hall, which was Silas and Saffron, and eventually Lorenzo as well, who was there at a gambling table all along, who entered the score in an opportune moment. And then you had Szaszachel and Friedrich in the back. So those 2 managed to defeat the guard they were fighting, and then Szaszachel, using his ghost sight, managed to find a current of ectoplasm towards this safe room, and after accidentally summoning a ghost, that kind of fought them. They opened the safe and nicked all the coin inside, and they also destroyed the drugs that the gambling hall possessed. Yeah.
I gave you a bit.
Nice.
In the gambling hall itself, I believe Saffron and Lorenzo tried to take on Inspector Campbell with guns and knives. Rolled all failures, and so both got stabbed quite badly before the inspector made off outside the gambling hall, escorting the ambassador, the Erivian ambassador, out of danger.
I wanted him to
die.
die.
With a sly, witty comment.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah, that was actually a ruling that I got wrong, Lorenzo. We won't change it now, but using armor is a form of resistance. So you do that instead of resistance roll. You can't double up. Just for future reference.
Also, I would have been more fucked.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Silas, you had an epic duel with that officer, and we did a clock for that, and we did some. I did some fortune rolls, so you managed to defeat him. The Thuggos managed to beat off all the guards.
Oi.
And that was kind of it for the gambling hall. And then you guys moved on to the tenement block.
Which tried to catch the ghost and failed.
Well, the contextual importance is also that I rolled a devil's bargain to try and get my shots off.
Oh, yes.
You wouldn't believe how many dice I rolled to try and get that shot on the Inspector and missed every single one of them. But as a result, the devil's bargain resulted in the Inspector basically committing to hunting down Saffron at any cost. Number one priority. Which why he then just leaves after he's stabbed on the floor is confusing. But hey, that's
That's why I've retconned it to say that he escorted the ambassador out of danger.
Yeah, I think that sounded new.
Yeah,
I was like,
who's the other
sure,
another one of your targets? So, yes, you went after the tenement block next, which you nicknamed the Hoi Polloi for some reason. And that was quite easy. That was just one action roll, and that was Saffron blowing it up with by basically fiddling with the electroplasm gas pipes.
Nice.
Killing all inside. And then with the pub, the Falchion, Friedrich managed to sneak in the back and destroyed all the drugs that they had in there as well, with not enough time to nick any coin because the Red Sash reinforcements had arrived and were searching the pub and did manage to land a shot on Friedrich as he was escaping. And I believe everybody has pretty much 1 tier 2 harm and 2 tier 1 harms as it stands.
Yes.
I'm very impressed. It did not look like we were going to pull off this score.
I mean, yeah, the fact that the inspector just left was kind of helpful, but the fact we managed to get the other two locations was gratifying for sure.
Yeah. Daryl's left and he's ruined all my overlay again.
And now
He lost connection.
Yeah.
but now we're officially at war with Red Sashes now, right? That's kind of
Well, we'll get to that.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Welcome back.
What did I miss?
Just still filling in the lads. Whilst I just rearrange everybody's faces.
Okay. Sorry, don't know what happened. I mean, I know what happened, but I don't know why it happened.
Don't rearrange my face.
it's so beautiful.
Mikey's still there. So where is he?
Come here.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, I don't know if it was mentioned, but we tried to catch a ghost and failed. So we have one.
Yeah, what was that
less
about?
thing to use. Yeah, the ghost that I basically summoned by mistake. Tried to catch him to use him later and failed that as well. So we did very well.
We've not got a career in ghost busting is basically what we're saying.
Not yet.
But it does
Not
make us
yet.
feel good.
Well, don't feel great right now.
Also, we're all royally screwed because we need to do something about our stress. We need to do something about our health, which also means that we can't really do anything else during our downtime. That's going to be a massive waste of time.
Well, let's do something positive first. Let's pick your Damned Emporium upgrade.
Ooh.
The only positive we'll have.
What were we searching around? We had a few good thoughts.
So is it the smuggler's upgrades, or is it the big charty thing in the middle?
Yeah, the special abilities.
We were eyeing.
So I think we were discussing all hands, right?
We liked all hands just because we're conscious that that's more of a short-term ambition. We liked that, and then we also liked just which is the one that just gave us
Renegade, I think.
Renegades. Yeah.
I liked just passing through, but no one else did. I think.
Yeah. My thought was that just passing through, you get -1 heat. My feeling was just like it's just not a lot.
No, I'm okay with not doing it. I'm just I'm trying to remember where we were.
Even the discussion open, Milo hasn't chipped in.
I'm just reading them.
like
What are the
Renegade.
current front runners?
I think it was
So the
Renegade.
front runners are an all hands. Yeah.
Ooh, they're all quite good, aren't they?
No,
I
fine.
personally
do like-
also like Ghost Passage, but that's because of the character.
I would say my 2 pence would be we should get something that feels like a development of the crew from our experience, which is why I probably wouldn't say Ghost Passage for me. because that feels like something that would happen after a more meaningful ghostly experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
As for all of the others, they all just seem quite good. I
Yeah,
personally like the idea of us getting cohorts and having them go off and minions and do stuff.
Yeah, which we've already started doing quite well. Anyway, like you have, and Friedrich has.
All three of them are really good.
I feel like they could really help, especially like given the situation that we're in right now. It's not going to be the last time that we're going to be in such a situation where we can't really do much.
For renegades, each
That's
PC
the issues that we have.
is that just a basically a skill upgrade for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, pick one of those. Alternatively, you can get 2 boxes of the crew upgrades.
Oh, really?
So you can get a cohort, or like up your quality of your items.
Wait, what are you looking at? Sorry, I'm
So
looking at the
crew upgrades under smugglers.
Where's that? Oh,
where all the red dots are in. Yep.
I see. Why we've got some of these ticked though.
I think those are the ones you picked when you created your crew.
So is that? So I can only see 2 things: elite rovers and barge.
And then layer and quality training and cohorts are all stuff you can get as well.
Right, I see. Okay. We can. Okay. Right.
I think renegades are probably pretty good since we've been doing quite a lot of kind of renegade-y stuff recently as well. That makes sense, right?
Renegades follows what we've just done.
Add +1 action rating to finesse, prowl, or skirmish. So we just get. Is that just a whole? Just one bit, or
yeah, you get a whole dot in one of those.
In any of the skills under them. No, wait, finesse, prowl, skirmish. Yep, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so finesse, prowl, or skirmish. Yeah, they're all prowess anyway, so.
Yeah.
Basically making you all more fighty.
In a way, I do kind of like all hands. It fits into our time recently. We've had a lot of cohorts. We've had thugs. We've had Friedrich's little birds. We've had Daryl's cult. Like, I feel like we have to be developed.
It's quite flexible as well.
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff with it, and even if it's just reducing heat, like honestly, that's going to help us to no end. Even if we're all having to just heal, then at least that's something there. So I think it's helpful, and also thematic. And I think in the future will be more helpful. Whereas I think getting a pip of energy now sounds great, but short term, long term, we'll kind of forget about it. Whereas this is kind of ongoing.
I like it.
Okay.
Daryl? What did I miss? Sorry.
I think Milo and I lean towards all hands.
Yeah, no, I'm all for all hands.
I'm all for all hands. Lorenzo?
I still like renegades.
He wants to be a fighty boy.
We're getting fucked in a lot of those roles, right?
It's also true.
I can't argue with it.
Like, a lot of the heists we do, we're using finesse to sneak, or finesse to do sleight of hand shit, or prowl to sneak, or skirmish to fight, right?
I might potentially flip my vote and say scores are where we've been struggling.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to be better at completing scores.
This is true.
Although that is not necessarily our skills' fault. That might be our choice of score, but
we're too
daring, as we always say. We're not daring, so we get in these daring situations.
We are daring, but doesn't mean we have to be front loaded. Like for example, with the last score, we literally went on an assault, right? And that's not our forte in any way. So yeah, we could get good scores. We just don't have to blow up doors.
Finesse and prowl are good.
Let's take blowing off doors off the agenda, please.
But it's not our forte.
It's someone's forte.
Yes, but your forte could also be used to aid smuggling.
It's true. I went over it. We were always overexcited about having the thumbs. I think we never really stepped back and thought, wow, they weren't the be all end all.
Yeah, I think you will need to get a cohort first before getting cohort upgrades to get most effect.
The group we had help us last time distract the guards at the front of the building, right? That was a cohort, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was
you pay coin for, and it's like a one-time use thing, right?
Yes, so you can acquire an asset and then hire a cohort or an individual on a rental basis, or you can pay with your crew XP and get cohorts permanently, and then you can upgrade them and stuff.
And I think until we get them permanently, I think like the extra skill point is just going to be more valuable to us, like, you know, straight away and then throughout, right?
I'll flip my vote to Reavers. No, sorry, Reavers, Renegades.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm throwing a curveball. Reavers it is.
So now that we don't have cohorts, my vote is for just passing through them.
I do like the idea of like part of the family though, and having the boat just have a ghost crew and move by itself.
Bloody 12 angry men in here.
We've not used the boat much is my only concern there. I love the boat, but it really hasn't been part of the game plan.
It feels like the
Renegade.
majority is going for renegades.
Yeah, I'll throw it. I'm never going to argue about it being more.
It's a first past the post system, I'm afraid. So
Well,
That's
actually,
fine. That's fine. I'm okay with it.
All votes for all hands first, but you know, there we go.
yeah,
I'm fine with it. I just need to. If I can use finesse again to do my blow dart, I'm okay with it.
yeah. All right, I'm going to tick renegades. So you should all pick a finesse, prowl, or skirmish, up to a max of 3. So no going to 4 pips.
I've done that. I've put my finesse up to max of 3.
Spicy.
It's 2. Finesse and wreck. I think finesse and wreck seem. There's got to be. I've got a way to
Let me see.
combine.
Like the 2 sides of the same coin, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, if I can put. Oh man, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm putting
So,
grenade
yeah.
in people's pockets. That's what I'm doing. Which game can you do
Finesse,
that? Grenade.
Power
Is
skirmish.
that Dishonored?
Maybe.
It's definitely a game where you can like put like just like not we can reverse pickpocket people and put what fucking game is that?
Yeah,
Is it you?
Well, also, I mentioned it on the chat, but upon coup advance, each of you gets stash equal to tier +2. So it'd be 2 coin in your stashes,
Nice.
Okay.
straight into your
What's the layout?
retirement pot.
Have you done that yet?
You've not done that yet.
This is the first time we put anything in our stash. I think like
Right.
you mean PC
I
stash
see.
or
Yeah, the PC stashes.
okay, yeah.
Okay. And is there a withdrawal fee for that? Is there like a minimum year term on getting that money out?
Yes, you only get 50% out of what you withdraw.
That's what you were saying. I
Yeah.
really like to know what you're up to. But now now it makes sense.
Yeah, the idea is it's all of your like assets that you squirreled away and you own, ready for your retirement, and you're obviously getting a 50% return on that stuff. So
So you can take it at any time, you only get 1 back. But the advantage of keeping it there is just when you finish, you have some there.
No, the advantage of getting it there, keeping it there is if you fill it all up, and then your character basically quote unquote wins.
yeah, well, so every row that you complete dictates your lifestyle.
Okay.
So if you get past the first row, then you'll have your own little hovel.
Oh, we have a whole.
And then third layer is third row is actually some nicer abode,
Okay, cool.
and you'll keep that if you ever sort of get taken out of the game, basically, or you choose to retire your character.
Sweet.
Yeah. So now we can move on to player XP. Saffron, let's do you first, since I've got
Yeah,
your
I
sheet
think I've
open.
done mine already. I put 3 pips in across the last 2. It's across basically the last 2 sessions, the last 2, the whole heist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we realised that we should be putting pips in there in downtime as well, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Not going to. I gave myself 3 pips. I can't remember why now.
Your desperate actions, I imagine.
Yes, well, those went in my. So those obviously went in my abilities. But
Yeah.
in terms of experience, I definitely got 1 for struggling with issues of my trauma from the time that I got traumatized by.
Yes.
Silas.
Yeah.
That was good.
And then dress the challenge with technical skill on mayhem. I counted the blowing up the
Hoi polloi.
polloi as one of those. And then I was definitely on time. Technical skill on mayhem. Did I count was it the grenade or something? Yeah, so there's definitely
Smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb could have been one of them. I think that was it. Those are 3 things. Yeah.
I think 3 is right. I think you struggled with your trauma. You blew up a house, and
Other gadgets.
Yeah, and I think also you expressed your heritage when you were stabbed by Inspector Campbell.
That's a good point. Yeah, we had a little Rubian clash, didn't we? Yeah, that's a good point. Yes. All right.
Yes.
Say that.
Son of a mongrel.
Yes. Still to be.
All right. Okay. Cool. So, you just had an upgrade, haven't you? So you're kind of on the way there. You can move your attribute pips to your XP, your crew, your playbook advancement pips, but.
Oh yes, you can. Maybe I'm okay.
But you probably want that 3rd wreck, don't you?
Well, that's a good point. I would be pretty comfortable.
All right, cool. Szaszachel, let's get you some XP, my friend.
Yeah, but I need to put 2 in. That's it.
I like this marking your own homework you guys are doing, but I feel like we should.
No, I haven't put them in yet. I did. Please, this is the 10th session. At least let me have 2 XP from all these sessions. I need to put in 2 more because I addressed the challenge with knowledge or arcane power at least twice.
You did. I agree.
That's it.
I mean,
I
feel like you could argue for some more. I mean,
I was thinking about it, to be honest, but given the nature of the assault, I didn't really have enough time to express my beliefs. Although I did do that in the past and in the market, but whatever. Drives heritage or background, and I didn't really struggle from my vice either. So.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I'm being honest about it.
Lorenzo.
I think I just had the one desperate action and didn't manage to get any others. I don't think I addressed the challenge with calculation or conspiracy.
You snuck into the heist.
I said that.
Yeah.
You threw an ashtray at Inspector's head. That was that was calculated.
I got stabbed.
Yeah, you did.
That was all part of the calculation.
Yes. Doesn't have to be a good
weak
calculation.
When you're strong and strong when you're weak. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Lorenzo, Sun Tzu, Vincetti.
Yeah. You know what would have been a cool struggle with your vice is if you kept gambling.
I did think that after the session.
Oh yeah.
That'd been mint.
Or I'm just gonna nick these
cool.
These casino tokens. Cool.
I was too tired at the time to think of anything creative like that.
I was thinking about this. I think I said this to Milo actually recently, but if you know prestidigitation in D&D, the wizard spell cantrip where you can create anything that's 5 foot by 5 foot cube,
and you can spell.
And you can go on, you Google it, and people have written hundreds of examples of how this is useful and clever. I feel like this is a very similar situation where, flashbacks and all that sort of stuff is sometimes a bit of homework is necessary to get those kind of ideas, but cool spider conspiracy things.
It's always hard to apply in the moment, though. I feel and come up with something because that's usually I had this scenario, so I did this thing. It's usually you're not in the same scenario, so you have to still be creative with it.
Yeah.
You have to be in the right mindset to be able to think that way.
Yeah.
I'm finding it a bit difficult, but trying.
I think it's something that comes with experience, to be honest. I mean, you mentioned D&D, and the way that we would play D&D now is completely different from how we played it when we first started.
Yeah, your character had 50 weapons.
Fucking walk-in weapons rack. Jingle jangle.
I don't even know why.
Yeah, we could probably get better at it as well, like coming up with solutions as a group as well, like for everybody, like cool flashback ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
But yes.
But to your point about homework, Ollie, like I think I need to do more to get some of my heritage and background and stuff like that in here. Like I've hardly done it at all, but we did have a good chat about it. We've got some ideas, and now I'm a bit more prepared to try and work it in. So I think,
Yeah.
you know, the homework element doesn't have to be boring googling things. It can just be chatting to Ollie.
Yeah, and actually, thanks for that, Ollie, because the chats that you've had, at least like you've had one with me as well. It has actually helped. So that's really good. That's really nice of you.
Yep. And I've made sure Mikey doesn't build a lightsaber as well, which is
No lightsabers, no whirlwinds, no flamethrowers.
I mean, he's gonna have like his high-tech wheelchair.
Let's get in
Don't
there.
mention the whirlwind.
Comfy legs.
a whirlwind would have been really useful in that last session. I feel like,
Yeah.
unless there was a Red Sash vehicle that could have.
Didn't the Red Sash already have whirlwind? The one bit of chat I did catch is how many shots were missed against the Inspector or the Red Sash or whoever it was.
Oh yeah.
Inspector,
Many
mate.
bad rolls.
Question about the format of the game. Do we always have to like go on tours that are presented to us, or can we decide to go on like our own mission, as a team?
You can definitely
Back it off.
you can definitely pursue any lead, or you can just say, my character wants to do this. I mean, you've got long-term projects cooking. I imagine that when those are finished, you guys are going to want to do stuff based on those.
So on that note, when we're done like with the prepping part, could I say something maybe that might help in picking something to do?
Yes.
Thank
Put
you.
it on the agenda. Hang on, I will literally put it on the agenda. Dazza speaks.
A rare occasion.
Okay. So Silas, I think even though you're only in the first bit of the score, I feel like you addressed a challenge with violence or coercion twice.
Yes, it's remarkably easy to do that one, particularly on an assault.
Yes. Everyone was kind of cursing your name as to why they were in an assault, but by the second session.
We all made a decision.
Yep, and we all learnt a lot about everyone's collective combat prowess against tier 2 enemies.
And now
Yes.
maybe we'll decide not to go on an assault next time. At least not yet.
Maybe.
And I think that the tier conversation as well was quite interesting. The fact that the Red Sashes, they are renowned fighters, means that fighting them, you're fighting them at tier 2. But if a faction was tier 2 and they weren't very good at fighting, they were just thieves, they wouldn't be as good in hand-to-hand combat, potentially as you. So
To be fair, we did relatively well, given who we are as characters.
I genuinely can't believe the score was a success. I really thought I was going to come back this week and be like, so we fucked it, and also Silas is dead. That was my expectation, so bravo. I also believe basically all my rolls were desperate, Ollie, but I'd probably say 2. So I'll take that.
Yep. Yeah.
At least 2, but I couldn't say for sure. So
Yeah. And I kind of did fortune rolls for you, which didn't get XP for, but also you didn't really take any harm. I didn't want to give you harm when you weren't there, so
seems like a fair trade.
we basically had you cancel out the Red Sash officer, who would have been a pretty big obstacle if you hadn't have been there. So
Works
So
for
you're
me.
the only one who's unharmed.
I did take a harm. I did get what I've written down as just a stab.
Yeah, well, trust me, that's nothing next to what everyone else has.
Just
That
a
gives
stab.
me enough to get another prowess.
Oh.
Was just a stab.
decision about versatility versus being an unbelievably good fighter. But everyone's going to want to avoid fighting as much as possible.
Yeah, I think. Well, maybe you could be the fighter. Like if you try to sneak or smuggle
Fighting
something,
will
you could
still
just...
occur whether we want to or not.
There will always be a bit of smuggle.
Yeah. You mean struggle?
And just to remind as well, if you ever wanted to get to 4 dots, you will need to unlock Mastery on your crew sheet, which is 4 boxes, so at least 2 levels ups.
4 dots? What dots? Sorry.
So for upgrade, what are they called?
As in like all hands and whatever.
So the crew upgrades. So the the lair upgrade, like a cohort is 2. Mastery is 4.
Okay.
Well, you can also get 3, and it gives you an extra stress box as well. That's cool. Steady hands. Right, we're going to move into the entanglement. Saffron, are you ready to be interrogated?
Yes. Not that important. Goddamn mouse. Just a mouse.
Don't cut this for YouTube.
Just a mouse.
Leave it all.
Just the mouse.
All right. Marginally better audio quality. Oh, no, just video.
Please keep this, and I beg you.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Hello there, sir.
Hello, sir.
So, it is a cut off.
No, and he's gone.
I'm it.
No, you've ruined my overlay again.
I didn't do anything. That's really annoying.
He left.
I literally didn't even do it. It just kicked me out of Roll20 for some reason. Sorry.
Well, the spotlight's on you now, Saffron.
I'm always in the spotlight.
You can't evade the police forever.
Do video. Here we go.
You can keep running, but you can't hide.
Yes, I bloody can.
I'd rather go by life.
That's it.
Oh, heck. Right. Now I need to put Daryl back in his box.
Oh my lord.
There he is. Raise him up high so people can see his face. There he is.
God.
All right. Oh, and chat's back. Hello, chat. Welcome back. You've just joined us in the meatiest section. So, it is 2 nights after your score. Saffron, you are at your workshop.
Yep. Totally compass mentis, not passed out in a corner with powders and needles and all kinds of paraphernalia surrounding me. Totally compass mentis.
Yes, and you go out the back, down the little alleyway that lines along one of the rivers, the oily black rivers, perhaps to dump out some chemicals that have been used up, as is the custom in Dustfall, to dump stuff straight into the rivers.
Yep, sounds right.
And you're grabbed on both sides by blue coats.
Nice.
And they grab you and push you against the wall.
God. He snaps in half. Bastards.
Both hips just go.
They just explode out either way. No, he goes limp. He's got one defense tactic. Just possum it, mate. He goes completely limp. He's a ragdoll.
The blue guy's like, what the hell's going on? Is he dead already?
Not today, pigs.
You just pass out from the stress, from the shock.
No, it's just more. There's no point resisting. You got, if you're loosey goosey, you can't break any bones. That's the rules.
Yeah, that's true. That's you've learned in the past. And you hear the clunk, clunk, clunk the ferrule on the cobblestones, on the walking cane, and Inspector Campbell walks up to you and looks at you, looks at where he stabbed you, and he says, feel free to shout in response if you're not going to limp anymore, but...
Well, he can still speak, it's his body's limp, his mind is alert.
Okay.
His body is limp.
So like a talking dead possum, okay.
Pretty much. That's his move.
That's your other defense mechanism, isn't it? Just to like shout at people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alright. Straight face. I've got to do some serious acting here. Right, so he says to you, as he lights his cigar, and he says, "You know, Mr. Monkshood, I don't like when a person turns their back on their own country, especially in these tense political times. It says a lot about a person. Even so, I could forgive a few robberies to keep your squalid little shop open. But to attack an establishment so openly, to put Iruvian lives in danger, to spill their blood in a place they thought safe, that is something that I cannot forgive." Any response at this stage?
Yes, many. It makes it rather easy to do when they're all such pompous big heads like you, Campbell. You make it an easy target. Maybe if you weren't so up your own canal, I'd be less inclined. Who could resist? Who could resist getting one over on you, foolish, soppy, smarmy, rich bastards? You have it all, and what do you do with it? You just create yourself more wealth, and you crew all the best things. Everyone could be having a good old time. The world could be a party of drugs and delight, and you hoard it for your rich friends. I'll never stop, no matter what you do.
I think as you say that, one of the blue coats punches you in the stomach.
All right, I'll stop. Don't do that.
He says, "Are you quite finished?" Good.
I said I'll never be finished.
As I was saying, all of the above doesn't mean that I'm above working with scum such as yourself for the greater good of the motherland. So I'd appreciate it if you stopped squawking and listened to a little proposal of mine. You see,
You'll have to speak loudly, my ears aren't what they used to.
The blue coats look at questioningly at Campbell, and he's like, and they kind of pull you closer to Campbell so you can talk more closely to your ear.
Thank you.
And he says, "If your little gang won't keep their nose out of this war, then I want you to help ensure that the Red Sashes come out on top. They will forget about the attacks on their turf in time, as long as you do worse to their enemies. As long as you turn on the lampblacks and help weaken the crows. You will be handsomely rewarded, of course. And on top of that, you won't perish in a war against the Red Sashes." And then the blue coats throw you, or drop you to the floor. And he says, "I'll give you time to think about it with your crew, but I need an answer by the hour of the flame tonight. Or the Red Sashes will be crushing you into dust."
What kind of rewards? You hear from a crumpled pile of rags on the floor.
Use your imagination. Think of the motherland and its riches. It could finally be yours.
I think little of the motherland, but I think often of its riches. I will see what I can do, you slimy gruber. But just know none of it will ever be to help you. But only to better.
And all I do as well is for the service of Iruvia and the downfall of its enemies.
Well, count me as enemy number one, but if I can benefit from your nonsense and your riches, then there may be something I can help with. But do help an old man up, would you? So I can hobble back to my hovel and leave me to die in peace.
He waves to a blue coat, picks you up by your shoulders, like you're all skin and bone. Just dusts you off.
He stands defiantly until they leave.
Okay. This is the fork in the road between war with the Red Sashes or not.
How intriguing.
Yes. Maybe this is where Dazza speaks.
Yeah, because this will either help what I was going to say or completely crush it. Because I was going to suggest a second attack on the Red Sashes, specifically to try to get that suit of armor away from them. So that maybe we can use it if we can force our own spirit to inhabit it. So this would literally directly result in us picking, if we decide to go for it, obviously. But I think it's a good thing, and I think we need it because, especially after seeing how much we struggle when it comes to any sort of conflict, I think having something that powerful would really help us. But obviously, if you do that, now this is like a kind of an ultimatum, like one or the other. So that's why I wanted to mention it now, because it felt appropriate. And that's it.
I think that would be quite a challenge. I think to swap out a spirit of a hull, but sort of capture it and subdue it in order to do that. But
yeah, one of our heist options was to take out the hull, wasn't it? Which I obviously was kind of explode it or to dismantle it in some way.
But why do that when you can use it possibly?
Well,
maybe?
no, I never even thought of that as a possibility. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, destroying it, recovering it, trying to rebuild it. Rebuilding. There is a section in the rulebook for building a hull, and it's like each segment is like tier 4, 5, 6 level, crafting. So the highest Sparkcraft technology.
But if we were to, we could fuse our tinkering and our magics to do something pretty cool together.
Yeah,
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Science and magic coming together.
But I have my own projects that I need to finish because I've barely done anything.
Well, look, there's no reason why we can't do the mission take out the hull, and all we do at this point is just kidnap it, and we can talk about doing more with it later.
Yeah. No, obviously that's why I mentioned it, because
just do it later.
Well, later's relative.
It sounds like it's a challenge that may be beyond us. I think that the DM is very subtly suggesting.
Well, I think he was suggesting like replanting a ghost in there. One of our initial missions was alongside Red Dens was to taking out the hull, which I think stealing it probably not the hardest thing in the world. I think doing something with it is going to be the challenge.
Yeah, we don't have to inhabit it immediately.
But it was
take it off their hands.
And it was still damage the Red Sashes in our quest to bring their little cocktail.
I think Silas would be very pro taking the deal.
Really?
Inspector. Yes, because he has no particular love for the Lamblacks. They're dicks. And even he is getting stabbed fighting Red Sashes, and has no particular loyalties to any crews yet. So he's a pretty flexible chap on this issue, but from a pragmatic perspective, war is very expensive. This could avoid war for a bit, and we'd be fighting they're not lower than us, are they, the Lampblacks, but lower than the Red Sashes.
Tier
Can
2.
you put the old faction breakdown up?
They're the same tier as Red Sashes.
They are, but they are not. They're not going to have like higher tier weapons and stuff like that.
But couldn't that also mean that he got hurt by the Red Sashes and then just like surrendered to them? What would that do to his pride?
That's a good question. But he didn't. He's not surrendering to them. He was wounded.
Well,
by
he's
them
helping
and
them.
beat his target. Yeah, but his goal is very much around becoming powerful enough to achieve his own goals. He doesn't have any real personal hatred towards the Red Sashes.
I'm not saying hatred. I'm saying pride.
Yeah.
So I know that. Like,
I don't know how much pride he. I think that's quite an interesting question that I should think about how prideful actually is Silas. I don't have an answer immediately.
I'm not sure if Lorenzo would be so happy to start making deals with the law. The bastards in blue, you know? The biggest gang in the fucking area, right?
Yeah,
This is the problem.
Really.
You are on good terms with the Bluecoats, but I think in this case, Campbell is more representing the Red Sashes. He's taken it upon himself to win this war for them. Yeah, he's not really carrying out his inspector duties. He should be arresting all of you, not leveraging the war. You'll also note that I've given you a -1 for citizens of Crow's Foot.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of new things here.
After quite a few were killed in the last score as well.
where are they?
Yes, so people were shot in the gunfight in the gambling hall, and then you blew up that tenement block.
But they didn't know it was us. I have the skill to cover up all of my tinkering things.
Yeah, but I think we also said that both 2 dens out of 3 getting hit on one night, and one just exploded completely out of the blue. What coincidence?
But I think -1 is fair. But yeah, it's just funny because I think more the were like, but how much people is it? The thing, the narrative was in a narrative. I'm trying to think like, is that like how well known are we really? And I guess they saw us all running around the hall, and those guys. So I guess, yeah, that travels, isn't it?
It's probably not. -1 is probably not all of them, I guess. But
Yeah.
they probably know your name by now, and they know that you went on a massive open fight with the Red Sashes, and people were killed, and that doesn't bode well with the floating voters.
Well, that's just a point for us. As far as with the Lampblacks are the folk heroes, so we need to do better PR for ourselves because we help the Lampblacks a lot. So if we want to win back the people, I think it should be a pretty easy. Can I get in touch with the Lampblacks PR agency, please? Talk about them doing some cross promotions for us because I think they need to put a good word out there for us, and that could hopefully change that perception a little bit.
That reminds me, we have someone in my cult now as well.
Jerry?
Would he count as a cohort?
No.
Oh no! Oh,
It's literally a bloke that you spoke to once.
Yeah, and he's tier 3, and he's a fighter. Yeah, perfect.
Look, I'm just trying, okay?
He's also a carriage.
Yes.
Is that not all jokes aside?
He's also got Bill and Bob from down the pub.
Oh, nice.
All the clubs.
Is he still a member, or what's happening with that?
I mean, he's an ex-junkie who's both. I mean, he's definitely he's stage 1 Church of Satera, I think. Yeah, I mean, there's no. I don't think there's many. Oh no, actually, there is a.
I literally have one.
the talent where you command the cult, right?
Yep.
The
I
cult
have
followers.
What is it exactly? Because I never used it. The secret ways to consort with ancient powers, forgotten gods or demons. Once you've consorted with one, you get +1 die to command cultists who worship it. So yes, it is definitely a mechanic.
Yes. So you can, I think you can command this guy, but he is not very powerful.
That's fine. At least I have
Start
something now.
somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we can honor him as our first member. Which he doesn't know he's the first member yet, so there's that.
Yeah, that's true. I think from what Lord Skurlock said, there were a few, because you delivered that ticking box to the Church of Cetera, didn't you? So
We did.
I don't know, I wasn't there, sorry.
yeah, so that it was established that there was at least some people who Skurlock was working with.
Yeah, that's kind of like one of the reasons why Szaszachel was freaked out, amongst others, because he realized that like there is like, a different separate church/cult being formed, so kind of like direct competition for the same demon.
Yeah, chat asking if you gonna have Jerry as a sacrifice, maybe
Yes, please.
to channel some dark powers.
Listen, if he could become a spirit that I could then use,
Put into an
maybe.
armored hull.
I'm not putting that off the table.
Yeah, maybe one of you will die, then you can become a ghost. Have the ghost playbook instead.
Just it cannot be Saffron. I'm sorry, but if Saffron dies, he's going.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
It's like, yeah, you just tell the spirit wardens, it's him. He's over there. He's dead.
Can you imagine being
his ghost.
haunted by Saffron?
Put him
He
into.
wouldn't do anything. He'd just be high
Yeah.
on opium all the time.
Yeah, ghost
That'd be
opium.
the best ghost.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think he'd be a fantastic ghost.
He'd be the hallucinating ghost. It'd be fucking
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, the ghost who thinks he's being haunted himself.
But why is he called nearly high Saffron?
Because I can't get stoned in the afterlife.
You're just as stoned as you were when you died, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's good.
can we venture down the route of what continuing this war with the Red Sashes looks like? Do we think it's going to be very bloody and drawn out? And do we think it's going to end it all anytime soon, possibly?
Well, would you
What
like
is there
to
gain?
would you like to discuss in character, perhaps in your lair?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is unlikely that Saffron will report back with the complete truth about it. He's not going to be super convinced by the concept. It's definitely like, it doesn't. It's hard for me to weigh up the rewards versus the potential. It's just there's so much gone into them. He's got so much bad blood with them. Yes, Lorenzo's not a big fan, but it's also the fact that the whole concept was that we want to take down the big dogs, and if we join them, we'll never take them down. They'll be completely untakedownable. Or at least if we help like a bunch of smaller dogs, and scatter the damage, we can eventually rise to the top. So yeah, I don't see how we ever take the Red Sashes out if we help them accrue more power. Alternatively, if we engineer a scenario where we do this meetup and say someone plants a live grenade in Inspector's pocket and he blows up and kills him, that would be quite fun. So Saffron quite has the idea of turn this proposal into a trap to turn the tide.
Well,
So,
sorry, let me just mechanics wise.
Yeah.
The choice. I'll just elucidate that, and then that can inform your discussions. Going to war means only one downtime, +1 heat after every score. The Red Sashes will be actively attacking you, which means attacking your lair, attacking your contacts, which means you may have to react to attacks rather than pick your own battles. And of course, you may just put the lampblacks in power instead, and you're back to square one kind of thing.
What I was... Sorry.
However, if you go the other route, you may have to do some sort of red wedding situation with the lampblacks, which, you know...
It does sound fun.
Would you be able to go through with that?
It does sound more fun, the subterfuge of it. But it's just, I don't like the idea of not going to war anytime soon. It just... I'm glad we're not at war currently. That's surprising. I thought we would be very much on the... Well, apparently not. But it's our last chance to divert it.
You've got until the hour of flame, which is midnight in Duskval.
I was going to ask. So we've not got time to get another part of the clock before then. We need to... Downtime would have to happen after that turning point.
Yes. Because this is the entanglement.
This may come as something of a surprise as a person of violent tendencies, but having seen, and please don't take offense, having seen you handle yourselves in the gambling hall, I do not believe we are in a position for an all-out war with the Red Sashes.
Well, war has come to our door nonetheless.
Well, I believe we might have brought the war upon ourselves. Somewhat.
Well, that was our choice and our intention. Were we to go back on such choices of bold, daring action?
I think the word you might be looking for is survivors. We might just survive if we play both sides a little longer and gain our power. This might just be our way out.
I do like the idea of screwing both of them over.
You don't have to completely destroy the Red Sashes as well. You can just beat them into submission and force a peace treaty or something.
You always say these things like they're so easy. You're always like, oh yeah, you can just do this. And then we try and do it, and it's fucking impossible. It's like, oh, you just got 4 things you could do, and they're all fucking crazy.
I just mean, if you wanted to tick another 1 or 2 segments off the Red Sashes power clock, and then you were like, we're going to call a meeting and get the lampblacks to call a meeting and say they're weak now, so push for a, surrender now or be destroyed.
You're saying the war wouldn't have to last the full of the clock. You're saying we go to war and take at least another 1 and then try and...
I'm saying there's a way for you to do some social engineering to fast track the war. Rely on the Red Sashes, pride, because they are pride, unlike Silas, maybe.
Yeah.
They don't want to be destroyed.
I'm surprised to see such cowardice in your eyes, Silas. I thought you were a man of action. What I hear from you now is a man of fear has gripped your heart.
Saffron, you will learn to fear me further if you call me a coward again.
I couldn't fear you any more already, but what I'm more scared of is seeing you lose your gall and your testicles. You're a fierce cough. It's not an old man cough. A fierce.
You've been beaten up.
Exactly, it's real. Fighter, and I've just taken a beating, and now you want to roll over. These bastards have been a thorn in our side, the thorn in the bloody crow's foot. We have an option to take them down, the smug bastards. And you want to turn tail and run. We've got them right where we want them. We can pretend we're back in their pockets, but there's no way we're going to actually help them.
I see you are committed to this path, Saffron.
I have no other choice. So few years left in me.
I remain open to options.
Sounds like it.
Saffron's
I merely
puffing on
wish
that
to-
pipe.
Drink.
I merely wish to live long enough in this city to make something of this organization. Retire happy and never have to think about the blue coats again.
So, I hate this bastard. This inspector. Option 1, we use the moment where he thinks we're weak to plan a surprise. If we know we're meeting him, and take him out once and for all. Option 2, the less daring option. We string them along. We try and leverage some of their assets in the the guise of taking on the Lampblacks and turn that back on them. Maybe they supply us with weapons to go and do an attack, and we use that very supplies to attack them in the same moment, forcing a twist of the knife. Attacking the Lampblacks, as bastardly as they are as well, they're a little bit less of bastards. I don't think we follow through with it, but we can surely have the conversation and see what we can get from them.
You are proposing a middle way. We temporarily play both sides, and ultimately turn on the Sashes.
Yes.
This is agreeable to me. But what about you, Lorenzo?
It's a hard one because I'm not one to back down from a fight, but at the same time we're clearly struggling. He kind of holds his wound where he's been stabbed. I feel my mortal coil is running out. Maybe we could persuade some more of the other gangs in the area to get involved in this war. Pull some more forces in to throw the Red Sashes off our scent for a bit.
If we can use this meeting with Campbell to find out more about them, their organization, we can use that information to supply to the Crows, or even to Lord Skurlock, weaken their position before making a counterattack based off of whatever it is they offer us.
Yeah, you can go to your friendly factions. If they're +1, it means they will help you if it benefits them as well. So you'll have to spin it, but you can potentially team up.
But to be fair, it's easier to get invited in than to barge in ourselves. So maybe helping the Red Sashes would work in our favor, especially if we want to get our hands on their tech, because like it or not, they are more advanced than what they can do and what they have. And if we aid them, then we could get easy access to what they have, and then eventually go our own way. You don't really have to play both sides. If one side is better, then we just use that.
But then what do we do with that if we're not fighting them?
Well, then we will, but it's easier for us to see what they have if they let us in.
No,
right?
Absolutely.
I was actually initially against going with the Red Sashes, but I think it actually kind of may make sense.
I see where your mystical mind is going. You've got your eye on that hull, haven't you, Szaszachel? If we could even use pretend we are in cahoots in some way and at least get access to that space, then at least flip on them in the moment.
Exactly.
If we at least come away with that device and take them down one more peg, it'll have been worth the subterfuge. And I think we might need to be sneakier in our efforts going forward. And it's not
gone.
It's not a bad smuggling job smuggling a hull.
It would be a great smuggling job.
It would be quite the heist.
And ultimately, we don't really have any loyalty to the Lampblacks. We just kind of like towards them. So yeah.
The Lampblacks
even
just
less loyalty to the Red Sashes.
Oh yes, and they're all a means to an end. We aim to be the top dog. This is my ambition, to be on top of the food chain in this godforsaken city once more. And the only way to do it is let them eat each other. And the sooner we can make that happen, the better.
I'll drink to that.
Saffron just downs a shot of trance powder. Is that what you meant to drink to?
So it sounds like you are going to agree to help the Red Sashes, but actually using that as an opportunity to strike at them in the heart.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe after, I don't know, we'll see, like maybe we need to do a job or two for them to keep playing both sides to stay off the wall before we find our moment.
Yes.
I think it's going to take more than 2 jobs, because I feel like we really... I feel like the best case scenario for this would be to actually increase the relationship that we have with them, and it's a -2. And I think we, in order for us to actually like really get in, it needs to be at least a +2. So I don't see if like 2 scores is gonna increase that enough.
I'll tell you the
just
dream.
thinking about it.
The dream would be, and it might be impossible because we're klutzes. The dream would be somehow, some fucking how. For example, take the Hull as example. It could be any of them. It could be assassinating the whatever. This is what we've discussed. Framing the absolute dream would be getting the access from the Red Sashes, doing one of these things with an advantage by them showing us, and then framing one of the other factions having done it. Like, say we were somehow gained more access to the consulate. What's his name? The whatever, the counselor, killing him, but then framing it on, say, the Crows or the Lampblacks would be the absolute.
Yeah, the councillor Bazran of the Crowsfoot CLP, the Crowsfoot Ward. He's ambassador, Iruvian ambassador to Duskfall.
If there was some, yes.
I know you love this framing thing, and you know.
You said it.
The book said it. It means like framing someone for murder, like, oh, you know, we've put their, you know, caught them red-handed. Not like for you all wear black caps.
Just scatter some crows around the floor.
Yeah.
But they're, you know, the Red Sashes are they at war with the Lampblacks? I can't remember. They are at war, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't see why it'd be so unbelievable that if by some miracle we manage to execute the plan properly and planting something as simple as, I know it sounds stupid, it'll be more complicated than that, but just a note saying from the Lampblacks, fuck you. Like, why would they think of us if we've done the heist well? Like, that's
you'd have to be complete stealth mission, like, you know, no surviving witnesses kind of thing.
Or
it sounds very daring. It sounds very daring and fun. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Or it would be possible if someone pulled some strings.
Who?
Specifically, someone who uses strings. Wasn't a spider?
Oh, that was a giant mechanical spider. Come on, Jim West, what you got for me?
No, like I'm saying, like a spider could be very useful in trying to, like, if you want to frame someone, then who better than the sneaky information guy?
It would be cool to do a mission at some point in the near future that plays particularly to those strengths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we sort of settled on our short-term course of action? Because that other stuff is a bit more medium.
We're having the meeting. Yes.
We're having this meeting so you can try killing Inspector Campbell again.
No, I mean I would love to, but I'm going to feel that's not
because I feel like every time we attempt that, it fucks up.
Yeah, but he usually. I had him stunned at my knees. If I knew what I knew then, if I just listened to Daryl, I'd have fucking slit his throat.
Yeah, and but we made like 3 pistol shots at short range on him.
Yeah, but that was.
He'll be protected by
he wasn't conscious.
He's not going to be an easy target.
No, I know. But again,
if we're going to attempt on his life again, I think we should prepare for it way more, right? We should actually, like, you know, stalk him and stuff and find, you know, way more information and find his weaknesses.
That's Silas's long-term project.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
And also, Saffron, if you would have killed him then, you would be dealing with Inspector Javier Bardem instead, so...
oh, good. Oh, way to make all our choices not matter, DM. Thanks. My goodness. I thought this was a game of, player choice.
You cut off the head and then 2 more Spanish heads pop up, you know?
Yeah.
Well, someone has to investigate the investigators, the inspector's murder, right?
Yeah. All right. So I think actually, before you start planning a elaborate ambush in your own front door,
we're not ambushing him tonight. That's fine. It's right.
Yeah, I mean, it is just one of the blue coats turns up, and asks for your response. I need your response to the inspector. What have you decided?
Was he not man enough to come and see us himself? hiding, is he? Couldn't stand off that beating I gave him earlier. Oh, you should have seen him after the fight. Oh, my friends. You think I looked bad? Oh, Campbell was barely able to breathe. Our answer, we're very curious. We've taken a beating. We're down on our knees. We know we've been beaten. You can tell Campbell we would be energetic to receive a plan from him, supplies and anything he is want to supply us to help us take down the Lampblacks. But we'd like to see a plan from him, and we'd need instant recompense, be it tools, weapons, assets. But yes, helping the Red Sashes at this point is the best way of our survival, and probably what's best for Duskfall.
Okay. He says, nice and short message then, yeah?
Succinct.
I'll give your answer back to the inspector, and he will be in contact regarding his plans for how you're going to turn this war around in the Red Sashes' favour.
Lovely. And I put a grenade in his pocket.
Someone's
got a grenade in the pocket at some point. I'm telling you.
I think maybe there's a bit of a flash of a broken electroplasm lamp, and you see his sort of face illuminated, and you can see the tanned features of an Aruvian.
Definitely grenade in the pocket. Yep. Thank you for convincing me.
A trouser grenade.
Saffron are racist now against Aruvians.
He is Aruvian.
Yeah.
He just hates them. He abandoned them a long time ago.
He's a race traitor.
That's it.
Aren't you all Aruvian?
I'm Akarosi.
Ah,
Yeah. Don't get it twisted, fella.
sorry.
Yeah, I think everybody's Akarosi apart from Saffron and Szaszachel, I think.
I thought everyone was Aruvian for some reason.
No.
It's because all enemies are.
No. Cool. All right then. Well, we can move into downtime. So it sounds like you will be. So the inspector is going to sort of create a role for you to portray the Lampblacks. So you may want to use your downtime to prepare for, what you're going to do in response, or healing may be on the cards since you're all healed.
Yes. What did we decide? Sorry, just personally, what did we decide? We decided what did I reckon on my last? Did I reckon on my last? My last started to be healing rather than building. I'm going to build a wheelchair this time. I think. Did I decide healing? I was going to just.
I think we're still rolling for your retroactive wheelchair building.
Well, I think I decided that it didn't make any sense. There was no point doing things. I didn't have any money and wasn't even the right level. I didn't even know how to build it properly. Oh, no, the little one. No, sorry. Yes, we decided we'd build build the frame. Yeah, because it's easy. Just a +1 thing. Yeah. Yep, got it. I'm back on it.
Do you want to roll for that?
Yeah. It's gonna be just.
Do we get some money?
They've spent it all on leveling up tier.
Okay.
Yeah, we gave 3 in our stash, and then whatever we got from him to level up. Yeah.
Cool. It's all good.
Yeah.
But we got our stash, didn't we? So I'm going to roll to get.
Yeah, well, that's another consequence of war as well. You would go back down to tier 0.
Oh well, that's no good.
Temporarily. So.
You should have said that at the start. I would have shortened all the discussions.
Well, how does that work? Does that knock their tier down as well then?
You basically go down from strong to weak, but since you're already tier 1 weak, you would go down to tier 0 strong, basically.
But so would they go down to tier 1 weak if we went to war with Red Sashes?
They're already at war with the Lampblacks, so.
Okay, fine. Just being a war in general puts you down. You can't be double warred. Cool, good to know. I assume it's the Tinker. I was trying to find the damn document. Bear with me. So sorry.
The damn document.
So sorry. I had opened so much last week. Luckily, it's here. Got 1D for each Tinker action dot. But it's just we're just trying to get to tier 1, aren't we? Because just for the base wheels, aren't we? So there should really be a non roll, to be honest. But hey, we gotta play the game. Play the game. Oh, I lost my page because it went away. Stupid thing. There you are. Hello, Tinker.
Hello, Tinker. So yeah,
Hello,
you
Tinker.
need a 4, a 5 to get tier 1, and a 6 to be
Great.
tier 2.
Great.
If you get 1 to 3, you'll need to. Actually, you've got a workshop, right?
Yes, exactly.
Mechanically speaking, so you actually +1 quality for
Yep.
that as well.
That is part of it. So I get +1 dice on there. Do I bother putting a money on there? It doesn't seem worth it. It's a lot of cost. I should. I mean, really, who would be able to roll a 4, 5, 6, and 3 dice, right? This should be.
You don't get
Never say the words.
you don't get a dice for workshop. It just goes
It's
up 1
a
quality.
quality. Oh, so isn't that already done then? Because only do 1 quality, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you roll it might be higher quality.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know what that will achieve, but let's do it.
Or you might get a minus. Yeah.
Fuck's sakes.
So thanks to your workshop, it is tier 1.
I build it.
Yeah,
Great.
it is tier 1. You've made a wheelchair.
Way! Well done.
Yeah.
I put some wheels on a bit of metal. Yay!
Yeah.
Fucking A. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, there we go.
I mean, you must have had to imagine it first. It's like no one's ever seen one before.
No, that's true. That is very cool. That's why I got the Artificer. The Artificer special ability, gives me a special design already known. So it's definitely something he's been ruminating on for years and drawing and sketching on his walls. So it's Anyway, I have a wheelchair.
It's a strong foundation.
Yep.
Yep. It's a foundation. That was one of my downtimes. The previous downtime I never used, just so everyone's caught up. Cool.
Because every session since Mikey's been like, "Where's my wheelchair?"
I haven't built it yet. It's very complicated building things. I've never done it before. Sure.
Yeah, it is. All right, cool. Let's do some downtime then. Who wants to go first?
I mean, everyone's going to do a round of healing, right? Do you want to remind us how we do healing?
No. Yes. Let us do that. So it'll be acquiring an asset, won't it?
Oh.
Would that be acquiring an asset?
Yeah, because you need to hire them again.
Isn't it just recover? Oh wait, you're talking about the. Sorry, I thought you were talking about healing.
I am talking about healing.
Oh, isn't that just recover? Isn't there's an activity called recover? I'm looking at page 159 of the book.
Oh shit, he's read.
155.
159.
He's reading.
I'm looking at 155 and this is recover.
155. Oh yeah, it's there as well. I was looking at the.
We do have a contact, don't we? Because someone had to acquire one in a previous session.
Yes. So Saffron did. He did acquire an asset last time. But that was a temporary use. That was acquiring an asset, so the temporary use. It says in the recovery section on 155, if you don't have a contact or fellow PC who can provide treatment, you can use the acquire asset activity to gain access to a healer who can provide service for the whole crew.
Okay.
So yeah, just so. So I feel like acquiring an asset is a downtime activity, and then recovering is separate. But
someone will need to acquire it for the party.
Yes.
I can't. I have to recover, and I have to indulge in my vice to reduce some stress because I'm full.
I can probably have Silas do it because he's only lightly wounded, and hopefully he can go a score with just a stab wound. So Silas can do that. What do I need to roll? to find somebody.
So I'll roll the cruise tier, which is 1 dice, to see what kind of quality saw bones you get.
Should I just use this and actually work on my long-term projects? I actually need that as well.
Foa, I'm pretty sure is just your tier. Yep.
What is this for, sorry?
So this is Silas finding the Physica.
Oh.
Should we have, as it's an asset that we're acquiring for a second time, there's a bonus to that.
Oh yes.
But does that affect, because obviously you've done a fortune roll?
Yeah, I'll just
use maybe another fortune dice.
Yes, that's good. Duh. Good
It's,
shot, though.
it's always the way. Whenever you find an extra dice in the pocket, it never helps.
Thought about it too long. Yep. Okay, cool. So you've done that. So now everyone can basically use recover.
Great. And how do we use recover?
No, I'm not going to use recover first. I'm going to do the whole vice thing first because I'm still thinking about whether I want to recover or work on my long-term project, to be honest. I do have 3 injuries, but I really need that project as well.
So to recover, I will roll 1 dice for your 1 tier Physica, Dr. Morriston, and based on what I roll, you'll heal segments in your healing clock.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either 1, 2, 3, or 5 segments. 5 for a critical, which you can't get on 1 dice. So it's either 1, 2, or 3. And then once you fill the healing clock, all your harms will go down 1. So tier 1 will disappear. Tier 2 will become tier 1.
Oh, all of them go down?
Mm.
Oh, I thought 1 would. No, that changes things. Oh, come on.
Oh, actually, I will heal.
And I will ask you to keep an eye on your harms because last time people were ignoring the penalties to their harms.
This is why I want to heal.
Heal.
All right, go on then,
Really?
Silas. I'll do you.
I didn't do it on purpose if I did, sorry.
Heal me.
You have to have 2 in the same horizontal box for it to take effect, though, right?
So
Yeah, I have that.
apparently not. Apparently it's any box.
That's
that's
mad.
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean any box? So, for example,
So-
if I have 1 level 1 and 1 level 2, what's the effect there?
Then you have to do both of the negatives. Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Basically, getting injured in this is really punishing, and you should try and avoid it as much as you can, really.
This is my thesis after last session. It's like I was reading a lot about like assault scores and fighting in this game, and everybody's like it's full on assaults and conflict is the last choice, really, as the last resort.
It feels
Well,
like
now
the
you tell us.
closest to a real reflection of any game you've played, though, right? Like you don't just sleep it off. Like if all the crew get stabbed, they're going to be in trouble for a couple of weeks.
So maybe when we're going for a heist and it does just go like fucked up, we should just run more often than not
Yeah.
instead of getting injured.
That's
See?
not right. That's
Or
not
trying
very
to-
daring.
or trying to push through.
So I have 3 harm right now. 2 level 1s and 1 level 2. Does that mean that I have... What? No. Alright, now I'm healing. What?
Heal me, Olly.
I have to.
All right.
It must be both boxes, Phil. Otherwise, what's the point to get the effect? Anyway.
Because you can. There's 2 boxes because you can suffer 2 before they go up a
That's
tier
it.
as well.
That's what it's for.
And it's usually you can get mental harm as well as physical
Yeah, I'm
harm.
getting mental harm right now.
Don't sass me, sir. All right. So is the whole group recovering? Do you all take a trip to the GP?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to.
So you all go down
Processing
to Morrison. I think Morrison's might have leveled up along with you. He was tier 0 last time you met Saffron, so maybe he's got some some exciting new treatment machine.
Nice.
He's actually got tools now.
Yeah.
Ooh, very impressive.
He was previously just a purveyor of bandages.
Yeah. This is Saffron. Have you seen this new tools I've received from a private benefactor? Look at this bone saw. Hardly any rust on it at all.
It looks wonderful. Please let me use it.
I hope I won't be using it today, but just scratches and bruises it today, boys.
No. Everyone just shows their wounds.
What injuries does everyone have? I'm kind of curious. Like
Stabs, electric burns.
Yeah.
2 stabbed and winded.
I have a bruised leg, I've been stabbed, and I have a ghost burn.
Yeah, you got attacked by a ghost.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about that was Friedrich was trying to pick this lock while Szaszachel was channeling this electroplasmic current through him to buy Friedrich time, and Friedrich didn't even push himself to succeed. He just took his time. It was so in character. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's very nice puzzle. Yes, very interesting." Whilst Szaszachel was
And getting hit by ghosts.
yeah.
Szaszachel, am I right?
Szaszachel.
Hey.
Right, I'm rolling to heal you, Silas. It is one
Terrific,
segment. What was your wound? Stabbed a bit.
Just a stab, a light stabbing.
Yes, he's probably like, oh, you'll walk that off in no time. You're a young, strapping young man. I say a good.
Yes, thank you very much, Doctor.
Make sure you drink.
It's still bleeding, but you best see to the others.
Drink water at least once a day, and make sure it's not black. Be right as rain.
It is a wonder how you got your credentials, Doctor. Thank you so much.
A little bit of brown in your water never does you any harm in the long term. Right, who's next?
Good.
Me, sir.
Saffron. Do my eyes deceive me, sir? Is your chair attached to wheels?
It is. It's the only way. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be here without it. I would still be hobbling from my bed to the stairs. It's magical. I call it a wheelchair. A wheelchair. It's a work of magic. I think you'll agree.
I feel like you've outdone yourself with this invention, Saffron.
Yes. Well, this is just the beginning. Just maybe I can make a few for your patients once I've perfected the model. I'm sure they'd find it very useful.
Takes me back 30 years when you attached wheels to a barge. Everyone lost their minds at that.
Yes, the wheel barge. That was a good time. Yes.
Is that canon now? You have a kind of a Matt Berry.
I think he just want to call it something so mundane as wheelchair. So yeah, it's a bit Matt Berry, and he's trying to over fancy it. When it's just a wheelchair. Yes.
New York City.
That's hey.
Nice. Well, let's roll for you then, sir.
Okay. Better be good.
It's 2 segments.
Okay, nice. Well, I already had 3 segments healed last time I saw the doctor, so I heal something. What do I heal? A 2?
Everything shifts down, apparently.
They all move down 1. So,
okay, so I can get rid of a 2.
Get rid of burned and stabbed in level 1. And then move level 2 stab down to 1.
Okay, I'm alright with that. That's great.
Yep. And then it carries over, so...
Yeah, I'd hope it did. I wouldn't...
Yeah.
But 1. There we go. Lovely.
Nice.
Okay, that feels nice.
Are you healing again whilst you're here, or are you doing something else?
So you're saying I still have minus effect just from that one...
Correct.
That one little stab.
Yep.
Just a one little stab.
That was the cane sword through the torso stab.
Well, no, remember it wasn't through the torso. Was a deflect weapon? No, it bounced off like a cigarillo case or something. That was my one good roll. Remember, is it wasn't actually.
Resisted.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
I did.
It would have been a level 3 otherwise.
Yes, but it was bad. Yeah. Yes. Am I going to get 3 segments though? It feels like a waste of a downtime.
Need to roll a 6.
Well, we know that's not bad. How many dice are you rolling?
1.
For fuck's sakes, man. No, that's all
I
right.
got a 4, 3, 2, 4, so I'm almost guaranteed a 6.
And then sorry, I feel like I've done downtime for like a month.
Let's do the rest of the heals first.
Yes.
So Morrison waves his bone saw. Who's next on the chopping block?
Lorenzo will step forward.
Okay, go for it.
One at a time, young sirs. Patience is a virtue that I am most fond of.
Szaszachel, would you like to find some aid first?
That's fine. Get it over and done with.
I am bleeding a bit. Still, my wounds keep on coming undone.
I can wait a few more minutes/hours. Depends on how long it takes you.
Don't worry, Lorenzo. They'll probably still be bleeding after this.
Okay, fix me up.
My stitch game wasn't as good as it was when I was a young man, but quitting the drink definitely helps. Good thing you came so early in the morning.
Nonsense. Anyway. Quitting the drinks never helped anyone. Don't be so silly.
There it is.
Oh man, how many is that then?
That's 3 segments.
Not even 4 segments. Fucking hell. So you can't even get a full heal, even if you get a 6. That's mad.
Am I doing my own clock for that?
Yeah. That's crazy. That should be a full heal. Easy.
How many segments is that overall?
3.
Should be 3 out of 4 segments.
Okay.
It just gets you nothing.
Yeah. Healing takes time. Or 2 downtime activities.
That's true, yeah.
So Lorenzo, are you staying around for more heals?
Yes.
Alright. Go in for some longer surgery. You can't not fully heal now, but you might get some carryover.
There's less effects.
Double 6.
Oh,
beautiful.
Terrific! I'm very happy.
I'm very happy. That's great.
Beautiful,
it's nice having that. It's nice having that banked actually, because next time you can, just.
I told you I was 6s.
So that's
You stole my 6s.
So you should be two more segments down on your new clock.
Okay, and then that's both my stabbed wounds go away.
No, your winded and stabbed goes, and your level 2 goes to level 1. Everything moves down, guys. I thought that was the most easiest way to explain it. Everything goes down 1 level.
So I'm just stabbed at level 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've got 2 segments on your new clock as well.
Nice.
The overspill.
So I'm still receiving less effect for whenever I roll.
Correct.
That's such a bitch. We should never ever get in combat ever again. Ever.
I know.
Ever.
Said the D&D party, not. I was actually writing a blog today about the best things about Blades in the Dark, and the amount of times I put, unlike D&D. Using D&D as an example of what it does better.
Well, that's your pitch for any system in any other game that is good, right? It's like, well, it's enough in D&D, but this game.
Yeah, just why is it? Have you seen that another actual play show with a lot of great cast of actors in it, and they're playing D&D? Why? These amazing actors. Why are you playing D&D anyway? Anyway, who's next? Szaszachel?
Yeah, I'm the only one left. And depending on how this goes, I'll decide if I do it again or not. If it's a 4 or a 5, I'm not going for heal again. If it's a 1 segment or 3 segments, then yes.
Okay. And what is your ailment? What ails you, young sir?
I've got a bruised leg that was hit
A
with
bruised
a
leg?
with
I
a-
used to get
with
one of
a
those
normal-
all the time.
I've been stabbed, and I've had a bit of a nasty encounter with a ghost.
Ghost encounter, you say? Now that is interesting. That will require some more advanced healing. Luckily, I see many of those who are struck by spirits. Crow's Foot, of course, contains many angry spirits seeking revenge.
I'm hoping you can do something about it.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Let me just roll this dice and we'll see.
Let me get out my portable dice tray.
Yep, so I'm not doing it again.
Alright.
So that's 2 ticks. But see, my reasoning is because now if it's a 1 or a 3, I'll have wasted all of my downtime and not gotten anything for that. But if it was a 1 previously, then I can't just leave it as a 1 segment. And if it was a 3, then it's a guaranteed heal. So that sucks because I'm going to be useless in the next score. But
Not useless.
it's less effect and -1 die. Yeah, I'm going to be useless.
I mean,
But-
it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Get a 4, 5, 6.
What do you think,
We'll
guys?
also, we'll also have to
Opinions?
acquire the healer again every time we
Oh.
don't heal. Although I think we'll probably have to again next time anyway, because we'll still need more healing.
I mean, well, Friedrich needs healing as well, so.
I think he's...
I would do the heal.
Oh yeah, he does. Oh yeah, he got shot in the leg, I remember.
Yeah.
It's
I
going to
remember
feel
shooting him
bad
in
to
the
be
leg.
that ineffective in a score.
I feel like you should be able to heal as a downtime even if you're not here. Because it really fucks you up if not.
Should I go for it? No. I'm not going to risk wasting all of my downtime. I'm going to go for my long-term projects. And this might bite me in the ass, but I'm going to do it.
He's getting his ass bit. I think I can heal it if you give me more time, but of course, young men very busy running around Crow's Foot doing their own things. Saffron, you know what I'm talking about, these bloody young men. Bloody young people, no time.
Dragging me into all these scrapes. I just wanted to be at home huffing paint, and here I am.
Nah,
That
I
was-
need that ritual. I need it. I'm useless without it.
Alright, so who's got a downtime left? Saffron and Szaszachel, right?
I do. I've kind of forgotten what else you do with your downtimes. I was getting them confused with like investigations. What else could I do? I guess I could
Pimp your wheelchair.
build more pimp my wheelchair. We decided that's gonna be quite hard. We decided that needs to be a
Reduce heat.
So
Reduce
you
We
can-
don't have much heat because we went up a level.
He's not too bad. We've got like two heat right now. It's not the worst, all things considered.
Acquire asset, long-term project. Indulge your vice. You can train, you can reduce heat.
Indulging your vice gets you what?
Less stress.
Oh yeah, my stress is actually fine as well because that reset too.
Who is it who has trauma?
Me.
Because
But
I was just reading this section, but if you don't indulge your vice when you do have trauma, there's a problem, right?
Oh, hello.
So I was just reading that about me to see if I needed to do
Oh
more.
yeah.
Okay, tell me more.
Let me just find
I've
my-
got no problem with Saffron indulging his vice. That's
So you take stress
so-
equal to your trauma,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's not too bad.
it'd be 1 stress. I think you took last time as well.
you just take a stress. If you don't indulge it, you just get a stress. And with trauma, what do we decide? It goes away, or we can make it go away. Was there a thing? Didn't we talk about it? Or I just dreamed that, did I? I dreamed it.
I think it's quite hard to get rid of. I think you need to do some.
I'm sure you laid out like a relatively complex, but not,
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Quick looky see. Stress and trauma.
They're permanent. It says they're permanent. That makes it pretty clear.
Yeah.
Permanent.
Your character acquires new personality quirk.
I think it is permanent because
Yeah.
after 4, you're out of the game.
Yeah. No, fine. I think I literally must have a dream about that, which is very sad. But there we go.
No, this is hard.
Dream of me
Cool.
sending messages on the group chat being like,
Yeah,
by the way,
that's it.
guys, this is
By
really
the way, guys."
complicated rule that you can do.
That would have actually saved our lives last game, but I've
Yeah.
only just realised it. Oh dear.
I know you won't remember in 5 days' time for the next session.
And so to get a level 3 Sparkcraft on my wheelchair, I would need to roll a +1 from a workshop, a coin, which I've got a coin, and then I just need to get one more, so I need to get a 4, 5, or 6 then. Right?
So your tier 1, 4, 5,
With
6.
tier 1.
Well, 4, 5 will make you just tier 1.
But then I put a coin on there that's +1, and then if I have my workshop, the workshop's 1
That's
as
one
well.
quality. I think we said we wanted tier 4 though, because tier 4 is Sparkcraft.
Hum num num num. Someone else to have a think while I have a look back over our discussion because it was quite clear.
Did I think I said tier. Yeah, I said so.
Sorry.
Yeah, I probably
No,
we
no,
prob-
it
we
wasn't-
probably decided.
it wasn't-
Level. Yeah, we said it was 3. Well, yeah, quality. We said we do 3 quality for the booster. We said it was going to be.
Okay, so that is 1 for the workshop, so down to 2. So you would need to
1
roll
for a coin.
just +1. So you need to roll a 6 still.
Even with a
Oh.
coin as well, because that would put up.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. So you go a coin for tier 2, workshop for
Yeah.
tier 3.
So you 4, 5. So you just
Mhm.
success then. 4, 5, or 6.
Just
All right.
a success.
Just as all I've got to do is succeed.
Do you have another coin to throw at it if you don't?
No,
Pass.
just the one. Just
maybe,
the one.
Maybe you can loan one of somebody.
Oh yeah, guys, who's flush?
I'll give you my only coin if you give me 2 when you get them.
Say again.
I'll give you my only coin if you give me back 2 when you're able to.
Does sound good. So if I build it and fail, it's just useless, and I can try again to improve that again later, or is it just useless?
I think it would be useless, yeah, because we've had to set a minimum quality
Mm-hmm.
because it's Sparkcraft technology.
Yeah. How interesting.
I'll give
That's
you
what
a
it's-
coin.
Oh, thank you. But the problem is, that would guarantee it, which guaranteed does sound nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I think just I'm not going to make you put coin on it before rolling. So just roll and then.
Okay, that's
the idea,
nice.
The idea is you reach the end of your tether and then you're like, well, I guess I
Cool.
can pay my way to get some
Great.
more stuff. Or
That's fine. That's
Some
very
expertise.
kind of you all to wanna chip in, everyone. Really, really kind of. Right, Tinker. Here we go. Tinker Taylor. Doesn't matter. Controlled. 2 dice. Doesn't matter. Sten. Just do it. Come on. Let's just do it. Yeah. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Rocket powered wheelchair activate. It's happening, guys.
Sick.
so
So.
Don't you need 1 more coin?
Yeah, then I spend the coin, yeah. Then the coin is gone, yes.
yeah, so Mikey's
Boing.
coin is gone.
Boing. Sweet. It's very exciting. So yeah, this all came from the heist where we dealt with the Sparkcraft mechanism. He learnt a lot from that and got very fascinated into Sparkcraft from the ticking box. So that's what kind of spurred this inventive streak on. So that was the but yeah, he's now attached a Sparkcraft booster to his wheelchair for any getaways.
I'm sure that
Yes.
won't get us in trouble.
It's just going to get them out of trouble and leave us all behind to die.
You wait till I had fucking spikes on this thing. Here we go.
No, can't wait.
And, yeah, mechanically, we've decided that it's an ability that the vampire playbook has, which
Yes.
lets them have supernatural speed. So you can basically run as fast as a carriage. So Mikey
Carriages. So horse-drawn carriage. They're pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. So that bit in John English too, when he's got the super fast wheelchair. It's just that basically.
Yeah, it's got. I think we decided on 3 uses, but its problem is that it's unreliable. But I have to roll a fortune roll to determine its success, its quality. So it might be as fast as a carriage. It might be as fast as I don't know, whatever, half a carriage is.
An old man in a wheelchair.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, guys.
Yeah. I want to say it always works, but maybe there's like some other drawback. I think I like the idea of you potentially having to connect with the Sparkcraft Guild, maybe for to get decent quality electroplasm. Probably maybe even like Leviathan blood, which is the purer form of energy.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. A Leviathan demon blood powered electric rocket chair.
Whee! I'll put that down
for contact for you to get hold of some of that.
Shit, son. Look, we'll talk. I'll put that down as a next downtime activity. That sounds like a good. That sounds like acquiring an asset or a contact to me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean it's also something you can do in free time as well. If you were like, I want to go and approach someone from the Sparkcraft, like,
Okay, like that too. Like that too.
So finally, Szaszachel, you are indulging your vice.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was permanent, so I can't even do my long-term project. I have to reduce stress because I'm full.
Just take the trauma, mate. I'm telling you.
No.
We read somewhere like people say like you should take the first trauma, right? It's like a good. It gives you trauma, so you get extra XP from it from using it in things. I'm telling you, it's not so bad.
I mean, but yeah, you might get XP for it, but then you have to constantly either indulge, as in like to reduce stress, indulge in your vice.
Let me have my downtime. Let me have my stress on there. Good point.
Yeah. Also, suddenly like the peril of getting your second trauma will be being further away from that second trauma is not a bad thing.
That'll be less fun. The second trauma will be no fun.
So I can't risk that. So
there's also another way, as we discussed. I'll normally when you overindulge, your character goes off and is lost for a session or two. They do come back with 0 stress and fully healed. So this is an option if you want Szaszachel to go away.
You can't though.
And you would have to, you would create a new character in the meantime.
Do we say this is 2 sessions or 2 heists or 2? What was the stipulation?
I think like a full rotation, so a score on a downtime.
So as in like deliberate, because I can't overindulge because I'm at full stress, and you have to reduce more than you can for you to overindulge. Yeah. So are we saying like a deliberate like picking out and sending him away?
I think we come up with a narrative reason why you would be overwhelmed. From your injuries, from.
I'm okay with that.
The ghost encounter.
I'm completely okay with that, and I'm fine with like playing with a different character in the meantime. I'm not opposed to that at all. But if we do go for that, could I kind of retcon the healing part and try to get my long-term project going? Because that is going to be a complete waste if we do that. Please.
Yes.
I have nothing.
It would literally be a waste, and I did bring this up before, so. But also, it's not a bad thing having an extra character because it'll be someone who is attached to your crew in some way. This is someone who you can send to prison to cure your wanted levels and stuff.
Yes,
you can do all that kind of. They can be your doctor, all that sort of stuff. So.
No, I'm good with that. I'm completely okay with it, honestly. I would just like the opportunity to find the source, possibly, maybe, if we're doing that.
Go on then. I can't even remember what that is.
Should I roll?
Yeah.
Let me see exactly because I had it here. Long-term project. Working chronological project has means. Mark segments on the clock according to your result. Okay, but what do I need to roll? Come on, where's this?
I think, as usual, like a 6 will be 3 segments.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what I need to roll for it though.
It'll be an action that you're using.
Yeah, roll one of your actions. Well, seeing as how I'm trying to find the source for this ritual scroll, I feel like I should kind of like attune myself to my surroundings, right? To see if I can sense anything pulling. Maybe.
You're gonna attune with.
Just like the entire. No, well, it's a scroll. It's an actual like ritual. So obviously, like it has something. Like it emanates some sort of energy. Like it can't. It's not just a piece of paper,
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say that you. Let's say that you attune it. Would you attune maybe to the ghost field, and try and get in contact with certain ghosts that would have this knowledge, potentially?
I mean, I could directly, instead of like asking ghosts, try to see if I can get Satara to help. Like trying to attune and contact her instead, which I think is actually what I tried to do the first time and completely failed at it.
You did. I think because she's a demon.
Yeah, she wouldn't want to.
Yeah, she was hesitant about you learning this power.
But it could also help her further her goals.
I think she doesn't want someone too powerful to rival herself, maybe.
That's fine. I'll go for survey in that case, which makes more sense, I guess, as well.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Position doesn't matter. Effect doesn't matter. Bonus dice 3? No. Oh, yay!
Hot diggity dog.
Okay.
So you spend
3
many
segments.
injured nights in dusty libraries and forbidden bookshops, and eventually you come across this tome. Perhaps it has a sort of ancient iconography on it. You're from Scotland, right?
Yep.
I think this tome catches your eye because it has Scotlandic runes etched into it.
Nice.
And perhaps when you were back in Scotland, maybe you knew that these sort of magical tomes of forbidden knowledge contain hidden information within the pages, and you know the ways to reveal this information. So whoever bought this book and has kept it here has not been able to unlock this knowledge because they were from Dusk of Akaros.
Nice.
And so perhaps you know to put on some special, maybe what is cool is you take the book to the waterside, and you get a scoop of the black oily water that reflects the stars, and you drop it onto the book, and eventually these instructions reveal themselves for this ritual.
I like that.
Yeah.
I will still have to like study it and learn it, which is a long clock. I think it was 8 minutes if I remember. But it's something. We're closer.
Yeah.
And I like the way you described it. So yes, even more.
I love the magic stuff is really cool. Apparently
It is. I should really lean into it more.
Some groups get put off by all of the Leviathan, demon blood powered society and ghosts and things.
It's so cool and unique.
See, I'm really happy that you're saying that because I was so genuinely scared of like really leaning onto this stuff, which is why I held back so much, especially at the beginning, because I thought like
let's get weird, guys. Let's get fucking freaky.
Because I thought maybe I would be like weirding up like what was supposed to be like a normal style game, but I'm happy to hear that you enjoy it. So that's good.
Yeah. So
I think it's somewhat inevitable that we started off all very normal. Like it felt like, you know, setting up a little smuggler's crew. We're probably not doing too much weird shit yet, but like Bring it in. Like, yeah.
Nice.
So we didn't learn the ritual clock.
The ritual, I don't know if you remember, it is portal to the depths. It is on page 223.
Say again?
Portal to the depths.
Portal to the depths.
Oh, fuck yeah. Now I remember. That sounds good. Sounds totally... Yeah, great. Yeah, more of that.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it does also hurt me. I do take 6 stress when I use it, so there is that as well.
I see.
So...
And I need to take a 4-segment progress clock called Seduced by the Leviathan's Song. So it is dangerous to use.
So
But it
it's
is
a good thing
very
you're
hard.
bringing in a secondary character.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
especially
good.
given my track record, you know.
Yeah. So that was your first downtime, right? So what are you doing for your second?
Well, if I still get to use both, which I thought the other one would be like me picking him out, then I'm just gonna study this ritual to get this ball rolling. And I think it's just gonna be the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Unleash the ritual.
Yeah, you could use a tune here as well, I think, as you kind of practice the magics.
Cool. Don't let me down. Please don't be ones. Okay.
Wow.
There we go.
Accelerated learning.
Damn, I'm really happy with that.
Good rolls this evening, right?
Yeah.
When it counts.
I think
Well,
well, yeah.
not
I
nice.
think the game just hates us doing combat. I think we've definitely learned that lesson. I think.
To be fair, this does count a lot. This will help us out a lot, especially
yeah.
if we go on another assault.
Oh,
Yeah.
Open a portal in the Red Sashes HQ to the depths.
Exactly.
That
should do it.
That would be awesome. And I think as well
Get
as
this meeting with the inspector.
say hello to my
I'll
little
step there,
friend.
Inspector.
Yeah.
He'll find a way to survive.
I've been falling.
Yeah.
Get some molasses on the go.
A giant leviathan demon whale just comes out of this portal. I've been swimming for 1,000 years.
Love it.
And this is actually quite a good way to segue into Szaszachel potentially going off the grid, just getting absorbed into your research now. I was going to say you would get more absorbed into maybe like the Church of Satero and embedding yourself and Jerry into that, but perhaps your
The Adventures of Szaszachel and Jerry.
Spin-off series coming soon.
Yeah. Hey, Szaszachel, are we going to church later? So I'm going to put on my church sweater. It's a bit nippy outside.
I hate how he's called Jerry. And I hate how we all remembered.
I just love how you got the most complicated name in the world, and it's just Jerry. Just Jerry. Let's just call it Jerry and Friend. We'll call it. That'll work. quite well.
Jerry will get a cool cult
Why you
name
chose it?
when he joins up proper.
Yeah.
Satero will give him, Pupilpi or something.
Okay.
Szaszachel.
No.
That might be canon. Anyway.
Cheers.
No, because he called me what is it? Zazzy? What do you call me? I'm not gonna call my other
Sassy
character.
Zazzy.
Zazu Shell. That's how I always spell it. Zazu Shell.
It's not.
It
I'm
might
so
be.
tired of repeating this.
You brought this on
Snazzy.
yourself.
I kind of did, I guess. I really didn't think it was that complicated, genuinely.
You thought wrong.
You know us.
Look, we're English, okay?
We didn't too complicate
we like
words.
lots of vowels.
Yeah.
Look at Milo's name. Templeton. Solid.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
sorry.
So that was the downtime. So Szaszachel is leaving us for the next score. Do you have any idea who might join next time? We can do a bit of character creation live, because I guess we'll kind of work out what the next score is, and maybe like the rest of the crew reaches out to this individual to hire them for their expertise.
I should still prepare a character beforehand, or like is it just going to happen at that time?
I mean, it'd be cool if you had an idea. Do you have an idea?
Okay.
Maybe like.
I mean, no, because I didn't think about it before 5 minutes ago. But I can come up with something, yeah, for sure. I'll keep it like a bit more adaptable, so that whatever the crew ultimately decides that they need more, then I can make it fit. But yeah, you can make it work.
Nice. I like the idea of maybe like another Iruvian who maybe the Red Sashes team you up with.
Ooh, that's fun. Oh, that's so much fun.
Ooh. Yeah, that is quite fun. A swordsman.
Maybe a loyal Iruvian, no less. Yeah.
Conflict in the team.
Ooh.
Grenade in the pocket.
So just so I know exactly what we have and what we don't. We have a whisper, we have a spider, we have a leech, we have a cutter and as a lurk. So we don't have a slide and a hound.
Well, the hound I remember being pretty cool.
It's already shooty, isn't it? Like a sniper. Is that right?
So the hound is shooty. But if we're going to go with this like Red Sashes, like kind of like someone that the Red Sashes assign or whatever, I think a slide would be really fun, because a slide, like literally what I see beneath slide as I find in the book, a subtle manipulator and spy.
Also
pretty cool.
I think that could really work, because he would be assigned by the Red Sashes, but he's not really with the Red Sashes, but he is inside, which kind of like again would help with what our mission is right now.
Maybe he comes to our side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To become friends with the Red Sashes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're like a sort of a work for the highest bidder kind of spy. But yeah, sounds interesting. Well, that's all we have time for today. I've got to go prepare some scores, I guess.
A lot to think about.
There's a lot to think about.
It's gonna be a big week next week, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're probably I think we're eyeing up either, well, depending on what comes back from the Red Sashes. Well, we'll see, because is it going to be more? You think next week we're going to be given a task by the Red Sashes that we're probably going to want to try and do to gain favor before we turn on them? That's kind of the vibe, I feel like.
I think that's where we left it.
Yeah.
Yes. And you have to work out if you tell the Lamp Blacks what's happening, or you're going to risk pissing them off as well.
Well, it kind of depends on how. The hope is that it's not too. Well, I mean, we'll see. Again, the idea would be if it's a task that we could do very slyly, maybe with the help of a slide, then there's no problem with us doing something to fuck it up. Like if they don't know it's us, that's the real challenge, isn't it?
I don't know how this translates to like viewership or something. I don't know how chat like feels about like sessions like these, but these are some of my most favorite sessions because like we just get to plan things and discuss everything out. It's entertaining to me, at least.
I like them.
Oh yeah, agreed.
We managed to work some RP in between, which I think helps it a good amount. Having the in-character discussion, I think adds a lot to what. Like I found the admin side of things quite entertaining. On the whole, more so than I like probably would in a different game. So I think these are some good sessions.
Yeah, the actual play shows I listen to, these are the ones I like as well. Ooh, level up, gonna get some heat. Yeah. Alright, chaps.
Lovely.
We'll see you next time.
Cheers, boys.
Take it easy.
Yeah.